right, and if we've had enough time, I'm going to go ahead and get started with Group 1's reading. If you chose Group 1, that means you chose the rose quartz, and below that's also the diamond. So what I am getting immediately from that is that this is going to be a romantic connection or something to do with love, okay? This could be a relationship that you're either currently in, either a relationship you were in, or even one that you're hoping to be in. So keep that in mind as we're going through this as well. I'm gonna shuffle real quick. Don't mind my left hand. It is not working for me right now. Did some yoga and stretched out that muscle a bit too much. Okay. Spirit, which messages do we have for Group 1? Messages for Group 1. Sometimes we need to be patient to connect. Spirit, what messages do we have for Group 1? For those who chose Group 1, what messages do we have? Oh, I can feel it's getting close. That energy's popping in there. Don't worry, I promise I'll get you something here. What messages? Oh, there's some. Okay. What messages do we have for Group 1? What can you tell me for Group 1? There we go. And that. Oh, and there's another. Okay. Grab that real quick. Okay. So I like to start off with the first card that comes out because it's kind of a sequence of events here. Okay, give me a moment to connect with this card. We have, this is the Emperor. He is typically big male energy, very, I guess, stern, very kind of no nonsense. He is structure. Okay, we're looking at structure here. This is something, it feels like this is what's lacking. We're lacking some structure in your life or with your relationship, as I said, this pulls me more towards being a relationship type reading. And it's looking like things are kind of either falling apart for you in a relationship setting or just not coming together the way that you're hoping they would. They're not having that balance and that just functioning and able to go through that. Okay, and then we also have the Star. This feels like you to me. This is you. You're a dreamer. You're someone who is maybe spiritually curious right now. Someone who is looking to the stars, daydreaming. You look like you are really longing to have something happen right now. And having this be reversed like it is, I'm going to go ahead and say that this is something that is... it seems like it's kind of been a tough road for you the last either few days or even months. It's feeling pretty hopeless, I guess is the word I would say. It feels like it's a very hopeless energy. So being connected to this romantic connection of not having that structure that you're looking for, you're feeling quite hopeless against all of that. Okay. Yes, and We also have Temperance, which is the card of balance and patience, which again, this is a reversed card. This is telling me you are quite impatient right now. You want something to happen. You are looking for any kind of answers that you can get for this to go through for you and make more sense. It's a lack of balance. Things aren't coming together for you. I'm so sorry. It sounds like you're having a really rough time in love right now. That's very sad. Okay. Oh, yeah. See, and another. This is so funny. So another balancing card. This is the actual card for balance. A lot of it has to do with picking up priorities and really weighing your options. However, again, I'm getting a lot of these reversed cards. So with that being reversed, it seems that you feel like you're out of options. You feel like there's the priorities that you are hoping to keep priorities aren't working out for you. The seas are being tossed around. Things are kind of chaotic. These are heavy plates that she's holding, and it's just really heavy. It's kind of a burden on her. So, gosh, yeah, this is a lot of confirmation here that you have a lot of things that are being really unbalanced for you, and that you are dreaming of better things, and unfortunately things just aren't working out. I see we have the Moon card. This is a really beautiful card. Look at that. This has to do with a lot of fear and anxiety. Sometimes it even has to do with like deceit or hiding things, like lots of illusion going on. So maybe in this relationship that you have or you're thinking of having, like, this person isn't completely honest with you. This person is not showing you their true selves, and maybe it's you that's not showing your true self, that you're hiding because you don't want to show who you are. And it's a lot of fear and anxiety that's created in there, and you're looking to leave it behind, but it's kind of hard because this is just either who you are, who you've always been, or who this person is and who they've always been. But it seems like a lot of pulling away from natural structure in society, and just kind of more curling inward into yourself and just feeling that fear and anxiety. Okay, let's see. We had, yes, okay. So we had, I don't know, yeah, I don't even know where he came from, because he was outside of the pile randomly. Maybe he was part of the original set that popped out there, but this is the Hierophant, and he is right side up, and that tells me that there is some spirituality going on in you right now, or that you are thinking about it, or that spirituality is calling you. This can also be something to do with institutions, things that are traditional, something in your life that is kind of like a tried and true, that you're used to having in your life. It really feels more spiritual to me in this particular reading, though. So especially because it's a romantic reading, is, like I said, that's the vibe I was getting off of this reading. But even if it's not a romantic thing for you, you can keep this in mind for other things that you're experiencing right now as well. So either all of that fear and anxiety is because of this institutional, more like, this is how the way that things have to be, this is the tradition, this is how we do things, whether that's what the anxiety is caused from, or whether because of the anxiety that you're looking into more spiritual outlets. That is what this card is telling me. Let's see if I can get a couple more cards for you. Any more messages for group one? Do we have any more messages for group one? Messages for group 1, please. Oh, it's like a phantom card. It felt like one came out there, but it did not. Messages for group 1, Spirit, please. Any final messages for group 1? Oh, goodness. So that one is not typical. I'm not counting that one. Doesn't feel right. We got to do what feels right. The whole point of the intuition here. It feels like, what it feels like is frustration. I feel like there's a lot of frustration going on in your life right now. A lot of things that are out of your control. Yeah, so even in my head just now, I just got a big yes. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and confidently say that Group 1, you are all going through frustrations, complications, things that are just not working, which, as the cards are telling us right now, it really looks like you are having a rough go of it. I just want you guys to know, like, if you're having a rough time right now, it's okay. And you've made it this far to where you're at in life. And there are people in this world that love you. Okay. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay. We have a lot more for... Wow. Okay, so Spirit's giving us some more here. Okay. So this is a card generally that has to do with celebration, coming together, romance, just pure love, happiness, togetherness. Unfortunately, again, I'm so sorry. This was reversed. So that's telling me that this is something that's not happening anymore. This, they're throwing their emotions in the air, and it just feels like a huge toss-up, a huge... like I said, it's a frustration. It's, and oh my gosh. Okay, so these all came out together, these ones here. So what Spirit's telling me right now, this, I got really strong connection with this right now. It's telling me that you need to take some time, and I'll show you how pretty this card is. You need to take some time to yourself. You need to contemplate the things that are really going to benefit you right now. And even though I know it may be hard to figure out what it is that's going to benefit you right now, that you've got options. You've got, see, there is, in the clouds there are options for you. So there is something out there that is kind of like lending you a hand, and you just need to look up and find it, okay? There is a lot of introspection, I guess. You need to go, I don't want to say like necessarily alone time, but more getting to know yourself, getting to know your feelings, and figuring out where to categorize those and where to put them, and just be really more in tune with yourself, and look up and find what it is that's being offered to you right now. Okay, and then, wow, okay. So, yeah, so because that came out with this one, that's something that's going to give you a great deal of success. This is an achievement card, like, wow, you've done it. This is new ideas, new beginnings, things that are going to benefit you. So yes, take that time to yourself, take a moment, organize your feelings, look for the help that you're being offered and accept it. And then this new beginnings card, new ideas, new beginnings, just success, you know. That's going to be extremely helpful for you. And yeah, see, great card to go along with that. Gosh, Spirit was really pushing this on us. So not only is Spirit telling us what's happening right now, but they're also telling us what it is that we need, what you need, Group 1. This is everything coming together. 10 is a number of completion, of stability. Look at that. We've got, after you get all of this stuff going and you really find that key to what it is that you need right now, you're going to end up, sticking to myself, you're going to end up creating this stability. See how strong and beautiful this pillar is. And we have a bunch of people here who are just really looking in awe at and amazement of what you've done. So this is all future stuff. This is things that you can have, and what's going to happen if you are going to take that time to yourself to really look inward. And the pentacles are also opportunities. So use those opportunities that you're being offered, or even, you know, it might not be obvious at first, but you need to take a look around, look at who's offering you that help, and put it to use, okay? Go inside, look where you need to place those feelings, and then you'll build it up and create this beautiful structure, this beautiful temple for yourself, okay? And then I believe, so I'm feeling these are our outcome cards. Wow, this is gorgeous. Okay, look. We have, I believe that's the Page of Swords, and these are all upward facing cards, so these are all very positive. He is looking off into the distance and he is thinking, what is out there? He is looking for new ideas. He's interested in what's going on in the future. What can he do to better himself? What can he do to find new ideas? What can he do to find new friends, new beginnings, you know? And you can really see that he's really contemplating in his face that this is something like, okay, I need to go on this journey. I need to go find myself. That's what this card's saying to me right now for you. Go find yourself. And it really feels like, gosh, after all of this heartache or hardship going on in these relationships that you're experiencing, or even if it's not relationship related, you need to go figure out where to go beyond the hardship to find yourself, okay? This is a journey of you. And tied to this, lots of strength and compassion, okay? Look at how lovely she's snuggling right up next to that lion. That is a lot of courage. You know, we associate lions with courage and strength and power. This is you becoming a powerful, strong individual, especially, it connected to that Page of Swords. This is telling me for sure that you need to be going inward for yourself to become stronger. And look at this. This is amazing. Right after that, ultimate happiness. This is literally the best card you can get in the deck. Look at this beautiful little child on this white horse, that sun shining bright. That is ultimate happiness. And I think that's the key to what's going to help you along in your journey. You just gotta go inside yourself. That's what I am getting from this. And I think for some final messages, I'm going to draw from this deck. I separated them into 3 piles so that I only have a few options here. But I think we're going to find what it is that we're looking for. Okay. So these are my moon cycle cards. Very few. Spirit, what else? What's the final message we have? Final message for group 1. Spirit, what kind of final message do we have? Sorry, I know it can get annoying when I repeat myself, but it's me connecting with spirit. And if this isn't going to work, because wouldn't you know it, these are brand new cards, so they are very set on sticking to themselves. So I'm just going to spread them out and intuitively pick something, okay? If you hear me breathing, it's because I'm just trying to mellow my energies so that I have a clear choice. What's over here? This one. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. So we have new moon in Aquarius. Bring love into the situation. Okay. So even though you're feeling lost or hurt or, you know, just kind of things out of whack, which we got from the balance of what's going on right now. It's unbalanced. Everything is not working for you. But because we're going to try to move into that introspection, loving yourself, figuring out where to place your emotions, where it's going to work best for you. This new moon in Aquarius, bringing the love into the situation. So don't be bitter. Don't, what do you call it? So I know it's hard to either grieve things that are lost, but just take the time that even though these are things that are hurtful to you or are not serving you well, that you need to do everything that you're doing moving forward with love, okay? So though it's hard, just say, okay, I accept this. I am moving forward and I have love for myself. And even if it's somebody who you're trying to push out of your life, you say, you know what? I wish them the best and good luck to them. You know, there's no need to be completely just bothered by everything. You know, that doesn't ever solve anything. So, being that was our last thing of this reading, I think that about wraps it up. I feel pretty good that that's exactly what the messages were that I was getting. If you have any further questions, you can go ahead and message me, or you can go to my website at www.dreamenergytarot.com and you can find my email address there. You can book private readings there. You can read my blog. There is going to be all kinds of fun things coming up. So thank you so much, Group 1, for hanging out, and hopefully that resonated with you well. Thank you, love, and light to you. Group 2, welcome to this pick a card. If you were choosing Group 2, we had this beautiful little silver piece, and I think my vibe that I'm getting from this immediately is this is more of like hard work, or kind of more building solid foundations, placing things together. Look at that, new beginnings. It feels like this is new energy to me, okay? So if that resonates with you, this is probably the correct reading for you. However, it doesn't have to do, sometimes it doesn't have anything to do with that. And the reading may resonate with you anyway, whether it has to do with relationships or, you know, your home life or even your career. But I am definitely getting more of a solid, like we're trying to bring things together, okay? So I'm just gonna shuffle a couple more times. My reading for Group 1 was a little hard for me because I'm not the best at speaking, so I get caught up in my words a lot. I get stuck in my brain, and it did take me a little while to connect with the cards on that first reading. However, we did get the ball rolling and we worked it out. So now we're asking Spirit for Group 2. What messages do we have for Group 2? Ooh, feeling some energy here. You guys are spunky, aren't you? Okay. Quite spunky. Yeah, wow, you guys have a neat energy about you. You're one of those, you're a go-getter, aren't you? You are somebody who quite deeply likes to be heard, I think. Just gonna get a few more, see if I have anything more right at this moment, but those are the ones that came through. Group 2, messages for group 2. One more, let's see what we got. Messages for group 2, please. Oh, yep, there it is. Hey, gosh, you're spunky. I don't use that word often, but man, feels like you guys really have that go get 'em energy. Okay, so immediately what I'm getting off of this, we have, I believe this, the 6 of Cups. Okay, this usually has to do with being more of a childlike energy, having fond memories of things, just kind of being more reminiscent, thinking about the past, that kind of thing. However, this is, it's reversed. So that tells me that you have not been spending enough time in more of a childlike state. So you're being too serious is what I'm getting from this. I feel like you are on the road to successes. What you want to do is succeed in life, and you're looking to like all work, no play kind of thing. Not that you want to do all work, no play, but it seems that that's kind of what you are getting into right now, and it's the most important thing. So we also have the Judgment card that was attached to that as well. And that is exactly what that means. It's judgment. It is reaping what you sow. It's, you know what, we've come to face the music, you know, all that energy. And this guy here, he is looking up at him like, please, you know, be fair. What's going to happen to me? That kind of thing. So it's a lot of energy of questioning, like, what is going to happen to me? However, again, this is reversed. So what I'm getting from this is that we are forgetting that there are consequences for our actions. We're forgetting, not really consequences. Okay, so, oh, it was in my head and it just left the words that I was going to say. Sorry. It will come back to me, I promise. Just looking, okay, so pardon me, my ADD is awful. Sprinklers going on outside. I promise I'll get there. You'll see I'm quite silly. So this is more of, you're not worried about what the repercussions are for your actions or what is going to be happening. You're very focused right now. You're focused in your energy of success and more of, I guess, how they'd say adulting or being responsible instead of just letting life kind of happen and bring you joy. And it's all about that focus of being successful. And I think that is, you're not thinking about that in your life as, how is this going to affect me in the long term? So I would, if I were you, I would start thinking about that. You know, what's it going to do to you mentally or emotionally if you continue on this path of straight focus towards just being like, okay, you know what, we got to get this done. Yes, and that's okay to be responsible and get things done, but you also need to remember to take some time to live a little bit like a child, as they say. Okay. The other 2 cards I am getting here, and let's see how they relate to this. Okay. So I'm getting that you're having a hard time right now balancing either like work and home life. It feels like work and home life to me. So this is the card of balance, of patience, and it was reversed. You know, group 1 actually also got the same card and it was also reversed. So it seems like there is a lot of people being quite impatient lately, and maybe that's because of everything that's going on in the world today, or maybe it's because, you know, it's hard. Like, it's really hard going through having to deal with what's going to happen with my job, what's going to happen with all of, you know, the family being frustrated at home, or, you know, your co-workers' relationships, etc., etc. It's just a lot of being unbalanced and not having enough patience going through to the rest of the life. So, oh, my toddler's at the door. Fox, go away, baby. Okay, so then we have the 9 of Cups, which is an awesome card to get. This is basically just being content. So, well, you know, okay, I'm going to take that back for now, because a lot of it is, mostly it's a good one, but it's not feeling like that to me. To me, it's feeling more like content, not in a good way, like being content, like, okay, this is what I'm doing in my daily life, and it's kind of a, you know, cut, print, that's it, that's what it is. I think you need more variety. It's maybe you just get up in the morning, go to work, come home, watch a movie, and then go to bed, you know, and it's the same thing every single day. That's what that's feeling like to me. So, because this is also right next to the balance card, I'm feeling like this needs to be something that you need to really focus on and balance too. And that goes hand in hand with the very first cards that I pulled up here too. You need to think about that childlike approach to life, you know, have some fun, get out there, do something you're not used to doing. But yeah, I think it's it's okay to be content, but are you really living if you're just content, right? So maybe push forward on that a little bit further. Oh, okay. So we have got the 8 of Swords. This is typically a card that's basically like, hey, you are making yourself the victim. However, it's reversed. So it's more of about, not necessarily that you're making yourself the victim, but more that you've kind of got yourself stuck, and this, you're not really sure like how to get yourself out of it. You can get yourself out of it. Look, you're completely open through these swords. There's opening. You could untie this whole tie if you wanted to. But you're feeling stuck. You're like, what, how did I get in this situation? How did I get stuck here? And, that sucks, because going along with the rest of the cards, gosh, we are having, okay, this is horrible, because usually my readings are typically super positive, but I think these are all harsh truths that the universe is telling me to give everybody right now. So you have got yourself stuck in whatever it is that you're doing here. And, you know, there's a way out of it. You just got to look for the ways. You got to try. You're just standing there. You're not, you know, nobody's going to come and save you. You're the one who has to do it yourself, okay? So get your butt up and do something about it. If you're tired of just being content, get your butt up and release yourself, okay? And then we had this whole pile of things that popped out here. So, wow, okay. Wow, there's a lot of the same cards coming up here today. We also had the 4 of Cups in Group 1's reading. So for Group 2, this is usually a card that tells you that you need to go and find some time to think about some things. But what this is telling me is that you're actually, because it's reversed, sorry, you keep getting a lot of reverse cards too, and I'm so sorry. But this is telling me that maybe you're thinking too much. Maybe you need to take a moment for yourself. Take a vacation, maybe like a staycation. Just, you know, find a babysitter for the kids if you're an adult. If you're like a teenager, you know, go hang out with some friends. or even, you know, have a nice long video chat with somebody. I know it's really hard to do things this day and age with this darn pandemic going on, but I get out of your thoughts, okay? You're kind of beating yourself up in your thoughts, and I think that goes a lot with what's going on here as well. The nice thing about having free will as a human is that we can change whatever it is that we need to change on our own. Look for new things to do. Try meditation, actually. I think that would really, I mean, I'm not trying to preach my spiritual stuff on anybody who's not really feeling it, but if you are open to trying it, you can go ahead and message me and I will help you through it if it's something that you're not quite sure of. So, but yeah, you know, get out of your head. You're thinking too much. You're kind of hurting yourself mentally, and maybe even things that you don't even really need to think about right now. You just kind of, I think you need to get away for a little bit from your own mind. Get away, either a vacation, like I said, maybe journal. Journaling would be excellent. That helps get everything out and just kind of breathe. So meditation, journaling, vacation, something to just get your mind off of things, because you are thinking too much about things that really aren't, you know, they're not that they're not worth thinking about, but they're not worth thinking about so much, okay? You're overly focused on this, and I think it's really hurting you in the end, okay? And wow, okay, this is kind of funny. Okay, so I just told you about getting away and traveling, and this is a card that definitely has to do with traveling. But again, it was kind of upside down, so maybe that is a confirmation about like a staycation or a way to travel away from your mind in that way. It's also a card of completion, so maybe you need to complete a task in order for you to kind of release yourself from that overthinking, and maybe grab some friends to help you out. See these little guys all around here? I think those are your friends that you need to contact and maybe get a different perspective and see what else is out there, or, you know, what can you talk about, sports or crafting, or, you know, whatever makes you happy. Get something that pulls you away from your normal everyday life. Travel. Okay, and then the final one that popped up here, yeah, there's a lot of conflict going on here. Disagreements, maybe this is even an inner battle with you. I feel like that you are a person, maybe you're a type A person. That's what this is feeling like. This is feeling very type A to me. You're an organized, straightforward kind of energy, like forward momentum energy, and this is you battling yourself every single day because you are always in your head. I think you need to get out of your head, bud. And you know, it can't be healthy to be feeling that way all the time. Maybe if you have any type B friends, I'm a type B myself, I'm super aloof, whatever. If you have any friends like that, maybe reach out to them and see what they do for a day. See what it's like to just kind of pull away from yourself those hard ingrained things. I know it's really hard, especially if you're a type A person. You thrive on structure, I know that, but sometimes you need to pull away and do something that's not going to cause you to be fighting with yourself every single day, okay? This is a lot of mental battle, a lot of inner choices, you know, what should I do now? Or I need to make sure this and this and this is done. You know, not everything is always lists and categories, you know. Sometimes you have to let it flow, free-flowing happiness, just carefree, like this first card here, this childlike card. I need you to try really hard to be a little bit more childlike in nature, and just kind of go back to when times were easier and not so, you know, like not expectant of you. Like life isn't as much as you think it is, life isn't expecting things of you. You need to go inward, go travel, go do something fun. Okay, so I'm actually feeling pretty confident that this is exactly the messages that we were getting and what you needed to hear from Spirit today. However, I'm going to ask, I separated these piles into 3. So I'm going to ask a final message from this short little stack that is meant for you. And I don't think, because these are brand new cards, I had to do this for group 1. I had to spread it out. And they're all stuck to each other, so I'm just making sure that they all get out here and that I can see them. And I'm going to do an intuitive pick for you to see what further messages we have from Spirit. What is the ultimate message we need here? Give me one moment just to connect with the cards. Okay, it's feeling over here. It is feeling like this one. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so we have first quarter moon. I'm sorry, the sun just started shining through into my room. First quarter moon, and it is your commitment is being tested. So perhaps for some of you, this is, you know, trying to figure out if you want to stay in a job, or if you're willing to go through with a certain situation, or even if you're committed to helping yourself feel better, like we were talking about here. If I were you, and it's something that, whatever it is that you are being tested with, if you are committed and you know you're committed to it, stick with it. Because it's kind of like a big, like, I'll show you, like, show the universe, you know what? Yeah, I am committed. And just because I'm being tested doesn't mean I'm going to give up or quit. Okay? If you have any questions about anything that I had in this reading for you, please feel free to contact me. You can go to www.dreamenergytarot.com, and there you can find my email, or you can book a reading, or you can read my blog. And I will be doing a lot more of these pick a card readings, so hopefully I can get that up on a YouTube video, which I will have links to soon. Okay, thank you so much, group 2, for being here with me. I hope that that reading resonated with you, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of you in the future. Bye for now. Going ahead with the reading for group 3. And if you picked group 3, you picked this beautiful feather. And what I am getting from that is that you picked this particular group setting, mostly because you are a little lost right now. You feel like you need a little bit of spiritual connection. Maybe even just a little bit of freedom. And that's immediately what I'm feeling from this particular group. So at the end of this reading, I will pull a card from this moon deck for you. However, we are going to start with the tarot reading. And even if this message, that very first message that I gave you, if that doesn't resonate with you right away, perhaps you didn't pick the right group, but then again, listen to the reading, and if it is pertaining to anything else that makes sense to you, then that is definitely the right group for you. However, if it's not, go ahead and pick one of the other ones. And remember, this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate fully, okay? So we're going to ask Spirit for some information for group 3. Kind of messages. I had to go and close my blinds because the sun was shining in so brightly, which is actually quite beautiful, because I feel like there's been a lot of kind of harsh realities going on here for these first couple of readings. Group 1 and Group 2 got some harsh realities going on there, so hopefully yours is a little bit more lighthearted. Okay, so Spirit, what can you tell us for Group 3? What messages do you have for us? Ooh, right away there. Okay. It's funny because on Group 2's reading, their cards just kind of flew right out of there just like that. And I could tell they were they don't mess around. And you guys seem more of like an excited group. You seem like you have a lot of positivity in your life. Like you are a positive thinker. Oh. Okay. I am going to stick with that for right now, and we'll ask Spirit for more if we need it. So, because this came out, woohoo! All right, so the very first, this is so funny, guys. Okay, so I told you when we first started that you picked the feather because you were either going on a spiritual journey right now, or you were looking for some freedom. You were just looking for a change, something, okay? Very first card that came out here is the Two of Wands. And that is all about having choices. Like you are looking ahead, you're on a journey, you're going somewhere, okay? It is, however, it was reversed when we saw it. So I think this is more having to do with something that is kind of an inside thing for you. So instead of, I really do feel this is more of a mental or emotional journey, something that you have had to make a couple of choices about, or have really been thinking that there needs to be, it's either this or that. I know that can be kind of hard for some people, especially when they're not quite sure what to do. However, it is exactly what I said it is. It's a journey. So it doesn't have to be something that you choose right away, but I would look into all of your options for sure and then go from there, okay? And then we have this massive pile that just flipped out at us. So here we go. We have the Magician. You, my friend, this feels like you. You are somebody who is able to just make things happen, who is a unique and special, fun personality, somebody who is a jack of all trades, someone who, just a magical and exciting person. You have a great point of view on life. However, this was, again, we had a reversed card. So when I pulled it, it was reversed. And so what I'm feeling from that is that you aren't using your abilities the way that you should be using them. Right now, it feels like you have been kind of keeping all of this amazingness to yourself. And maybe that's because of the pandemic that we're going through right now, or maybe it's because you don't feel comfortable letting people in at the moment. However, you have some beautiful and wonderful gifts to share with other people. I'm feeling like the world could use you right now with how things are. So try to come out of that if you can. So, yes, and we have the Five of Cups reversed. So a lot of that has to do with disappointment, regret. Wow, this is very sad feeling to me. So I'm getting that something has recently happened to you that made you go more inside of yourself there. And that's probably why you're not sharing your gifts with everyone else, because usually you're so joyous and so fun to be around and such a lighthearted, fun spirit that just, you have all kinds of ideas and fun things to share with people. And unfortunately, because either because of something that you've done, or because of something that someone's done to you. There's a lot of disappointment and regret that's going on here, and you're kind of you're pulling away from other people, and that's making it really hard for people to connect with you. And that's kind of sad, because I think that people are missing you. I think that there's a lot of people who are missing that fun, charismatic, enjoyable person. So the next card we have here, sorry, I forgot to show you. We have the Eight of Pentacles, which means that we are working on something right now. So perhaps maybe you are working on yourself. Maybe you know that this is something that's been going on with you, and you need to do a little bit of work. Maybe you're learning a new trade or a new skill, and you're learning to master it. It's something, so this might even be something where maybe you're in school right now and you're learning a new trade or getting your degree, or maybe you have just learned a new craft and you're working on how to perfect that craft. Or maybe you're even, this could even be mental health. It feels very personal to me. This usually doesn't feel so personal, but right now it's feeling very personal to me. So this is something that means a lot to you, that you've been working on. So I'm not sure what it is that you've been working on lately, but the cards are picking up on it, that you've definitely been working on something. So yes, and we have, these are all associated, by the way, so all these cards together. So when they come out, I usually try to do them by the groups that they come out in, because I feel like that's what they're related to. So we have the, wow, we got another 8. My goodness. Okay. So what that's telling me is that you are coming into more transitions. You're getting closer and closer to completing things. So here is the 8 of Cups reversed. Oh, sorry for the glare. I know. Ooh, shiny cards. And a lot of this is walking away from something, from usually your emotions. So you're trying to close yourself off, and that's understandable, because like I said, it showed up here, over here too, that you were feeling really disappointed and or betrayed, or did I say betrayed? Either way, your emotions, like all your cups are spilled over here. It's just upsetting, just very upsetting to have to deal with all this. And you have kind of taken it upon yourself to just push that all aside right now. Like, it hurts and you're upset, but you're trying to walk away from it. You're trying to not have to deal with it. It's a lot of pretending like it doesn't exist, which is not the healthiest way to deal with things. But if it's working for you right now, if it's helping you to just kind of turn off your emotions and just get through, like especially if you're working hard on something that's really important to you, because that feels really personal and important, then maybe it is the best thing for you to be walking away from your emotions. So just keep in mind that if you walk away too fast and too far, then you might not be able to pick up some of those pieces, and you might not have a chance to fix or even feel them. Because sometimes you just have to feel your emotions. You have to sit through it and sit with it for a moment in order to understand really what's going on and why you're feeling that way. So yeah, this is, okay, we have 7 of Pentacles. So Pentacles are for opportunities, or even money or finances. Sometimes it even has to do with learning. It looks like you are investing in something right now. You are very, see this card I had, you have both the 7 and the 8 of Pentacles. You are very invested in this thing that you're doing for yourself, and it shows. You're taking the time to really gather everything that you need to make this a successful endeavor. It's going to be, it looks like it's going to be a lot of hard work, or it has been a lot of hard work for you, but in the end, it's going to pay off for you. And I'm so sorry that you have to push those emotions away to focus on that stuff, because I know it's really hard to deal with things emotionally while you're trying to do something for yourself. So the other thing we had that popped up right in this line of cards was the Death card, and that is not as scary as it sounds, I promise you. What it means is that we're in a transitioning phase. You, group 3, are transitioning. You are putting an end to something. There are new things to look at, and it's like the next life. What is going to happen now? So just because there is death of something else that has happened doesn't mean that life stops, you know? This could even mean like an actual death. Maybe you had a death recently in your family or somebody that was important to you. However, it's feeling more to me like there was, let's see, I want to say it almost feels structural. So maybe like a career thing, and maybe you were trying a new career and it just wasn't panning out for you, and that ended abruptly. But whatever this is that you're working on right now, I feel like that's going to be the key to the moving on, the transitioning. And like I said, since this is a general reading, it doesn't have to be that. What is something in your life that has recently come to an end? A friendship, maybe you transitioned into a new house, maybe oh gosh, let's see, maybe you lost something. Okay, whatever that is, whatever this means to you, it's okay that you lost it and that it's ending, because it leaves room for growth and new beginnings and transitioning. Okay, I feel like we need a little bit more information here, because this is not feeling complete to me. So I'm gonna organize these. There we go. Spirit, what other messages can you give us for group 3? Messages for group 3. Ooh, not quite that one. Oop, there we go. Okay. Any other messages for group 3? Messages for group 3. Ooh. Ooh, lordy. Okay, I'm not going to count that because that was intense. So let's see what Spirit says. Come on. Any messages for group 3? Any further messages? There's one. Okay. Wow, okay. Great. So what we had pop out here. Wow, okay. So because of all of this information that was going on here with whatever it is that you're working on right now, we have, this is the Queen of Wands, and she is known as the most confident and social queen of the whole deck. So there's a lot of feminine beauty there, and even though there's a ton of chaos going on in the background with her, she is standing her ground and she is confident. She is someone who stands up. So, and maybe that is you. Perhaps you're that person. Perhaps even though there's a lot of chaos going on in your life, you are willing to just stand your ground and be confident and carry on with your life. Like that whole thing with you pushing your emotions away, maybe that's you. You're you're standing your ground and you're saying, you know what, these are my clear boundaries here. This is what's going on in my life, and I'm going to take over my life and be a part of it, or don't. Or, you know, if it doesn't have to do with relationships, then you are willing to just kind of step forward and do what needs to be done. Okay? So because she's reversed, I'm feeling like, I feel like there may be, I don't want to say troubles. Let's see. I'm trying to tune into her a little bit deeper, because for you guys specifically, because these cards always say different things to me for different readings, and for you guys' reading in particular, especially after what everything else has said to me, I want to make sure that I am getting a clear message here. I do feel like a lot of it is socially related. So she's, I feel like maybe even, it's not, okay, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Not that you're pulling away from people necessarily, but more of that's not your primary focus right now. So even though you love to hang out and talk with people or be around people, I feel like that's just not your focus right now. And whatever it is that you're working on, that is, it really is jumping out at me. Like, that is something that you are really into right now. And please don't bother me. I love you, but don't bother me. I'm doing what I need to do for me. Okay. And with the Three of Cups reversed, usually this is a celebration or a gathering, people coming together to work on things, unity. So because it's reversed, I feel like this might be more of an outside type of situation, like a third party situation. So perhaps this third party had to do with the reason why you have shut off your emotions and why you're trying to like walk away. Maybe something happened with another person where it's causing you to be more focused inward on yourself. Okay. Because this came up, we have the Lovers, beautiful card. That is all about unity and coming together. And it's a mutual feeling between the two of them. They both love each other so much. And this doesn't necessarily have to do with love. This can do like, because like I said, you might be working on something else. So maybe that has to do with you're in love with your craft and your craft is in love with you, like as in you're really good at it. So whatever it is that you're doing, it is the right thing for you to be doing because you belong there. So keep doing what you're doing there, but also take the time to remember that we can't always push down our feelings, push away our feelings, and walk away from that. Sometimes we have to feel those feelings. It doesn't have to be necessarily right now, but maybe keep that on the back burner and think about it. Think about what kinds of things you can do to remedy those feelings, to make it better instead of ignoring it right now. Because I think it's going to benefit you eventually for you to acknowledge those feelings. And even though, you know, you're gonna, it looks like you're gonna be seeing some success with whatever it is that you're doing here. But, you know, to have a whole well-roundedness, I would definitely in the future look into going back and revisiting those feelings and clearing those up. Okay? So I feel pretty confident that that's exactly what the cards wanted to say to us. But I do have a final message for you guys. And like I said, for groups 1 and 2, these are brand new cards for me. So I haven't had a chance to kind of wear them down a little bit, so they do get stuck. So instead of doing a shuffle, I am going to do an intuitive pick for you by spreading these out and then using my intuition to pick the card that applies to you the most right now. Okay, so give me a moment. I'll be silent for a moment. That's my child. Don't worry about it. Go see Daddy.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm picking intuitively based off of where I'm being pulled. Okay, this one. This is it. Ooh, yeah. This is exactly what we were talking about with everything, really. The third quarter moon adjustments are required. So exactly like it's saying, just because things may be working for you the way that you're doing things right now, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's the best way to do it. So if I were you, I would, like I said, go back, look at a few things and see what it is you can do to adjust and make some changes. Because there's always more than one way to do something, right? So the universe is telling you that you need to make some adjustments. You need to make a few changes to some things. Maybe go back, look at what else you can do to either help someone else or help yourself. Okay? So if you enjoyed this reading today, then you can go ahead and follow me on my Instagram, Dream Energy Tarot. You can also go to my website, www.dreamenergytarot.com, and there you can email me if you have any questions, if you want to book a reading. I have a blog that I'm doing, and eventually I will be setting up a YouTube and a podcast. So if you are spiritually curious, if you enjoyed these card readings, I will be doing more of them, and I would absolutely love to give you a private reading if you are interested. Thank you so much for being with me, and all of the love and light.